All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, back to talk about the season finale of Dark. Yep, that's right. It's season 2, episode 8, endings and beginnings. So, full spoilers if you've not seen this episode, and yeah, this is a big one. But despite what I'm gonna say throughout this, know this: I really like this show. I am really excited to see where they're going next year. Um, and also I hope, I don't know, I kind of now want the show to be more than 3 seasons with how it ends. Because honestly, if that's where we're going, then the sky's kind of the limit as far as like, but it'll be about, if it goes longer than 3 seasons, they're going to have to come up with some better tricks than just we're trying to fix time. We can't fix time. Every time we try to fix it, we're creating what we were trying to prevent. In this, though, it seems like everybody's just kind of embracing by the end of it, kind of embracing the finality of, or the inevitability of, what's going to happen. Um, and again, I feel like we were duped. I feel like we were all duped along with Jonas. And maybe, again, I was just like thinking, okay, maybe there really is a way out. But I guess that was just that inner, like to me, logically, I'm like, well, if this whole show is just proven you can't change anything. So in my belief in that, sudden like hope in belief in that, you know, I shouldn't be surprised that that was taken away, or at least temporarily taken away, or, well, no, because what happens at the end, I think, explains a lot of where we're headed, and about, like, well, if this happened, maybe there's a place where it didn't, or something along those lines. Um, and so let's just jump in, because I wasn't blown away by like, my mind wasn't blown by the beginning of this. A lot of people were telling me that my mind was going to be blown. But after, look, I already know that Martha is Jonas's aunt. So the whole thing with Elizabeth being her own grandmother, like, it's messed up. Because even, like, when Noah meets Elizabeth, he's like, he looks like he's about, I don't know, he's probably going to try to say that he's like 16, 17, 18, but that dude looks like he's about 20, 21, 22 if he's a day. And Elizabeth looks like she's about 12. But I guess if after the apocalypse you need to repopulate, um, and nobody's talking about how if this really caused like a nuclear event, how'd the rest of the world fare? But I mean, it's a contained episode, and then that would be opening up a whole new can of worms. It'd be like the dark universe, which maybe isn't there's probably people that would like that idea actually. Um, Dark universe made me think of Universal movies when they're trying to reboot the whole monster movies thing. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked. Um, so yeah, Elizabeth being her own grandmother, I was just kind of like, all right, because I've joked on other videos about how, I didn't want this to be where somebody ends up being their own father. Because they've done it on like Futurama and things like that. And so that's where we're headed. And so my mind's not blown. It's just fucked up. Knowing that you're your own, like you created yourself almost. And it would mess you up. It would really, really, really mess you up. Especially if the person that you had to be with was Noah, who's just, you know, good Lord. Like when they say you're not unless you're the last man on earth. Mm. But so it's cool. It's messed up. It's really messed up. But my mind wasn't blown. I was just more like, oh God, really? Um, and so then we have Jonas and Claudia, right? So Jonas is on his mission to say, do one thing different so that everything can change, right? Except in the end again, he's just being he's a pawn of himself, lied to, thinking that there's a loophole. Himself relying on Jonas's, wanting to save everyone, using that against himself. I guess I really should have seen it coming. I'm disappointed in myself because this is pretty obvious. There's only so many times that the show should be able to lie to you, or through a character before you catch on, and I apparently wasn't catching on until too late. So they open up the door again, which is what sent Mikkel back, which is basically, part of the whole process of the things ending and beginning. And so he leaves and he's got to go to Martha. And Claudia's got one fucking job. Get to the bunker. So she goes to see Regina first and get her, which is a nice moment for the two characters. Now with Claudia, I don't know. And I think I have to go back on my whole don't trust the people at the nuclear plant thing, I guess, because they were trying to protect everyone. Now, how much did this guy pretending to be Alexander Calder know? And because he couldn't have known all the details, because he'd know that then it was inevitable. Because now, while I appreciated the cop digging into his past, now I realize by digging into his past, he creates the apocalypse. No, I mean another cog in the machine. That inside those barrels was the dark matter. How did dark matter even get there? I guess was something probably from when they were putting the plant up. But how'd they get that shit in all the barrels? Like if it's fluid, right? It can turn into that. So that's a story I'd like to actually know. Like, get Bill Nye the Science Guy down here and tell us how to control dark matter. Maybe he'll be in 1921 or something. That would be hilarious. So yeah, by digging into the concrete that Jonas was taking stuff from, so he can open the barrel. Okay, if I ask too many questions, I'll be ripping this thing apart, just like disseminate and take it all apart till it doesn't make sense anymore. So he's down there, but he can take it out. Okay, so whatever, fine. But when they open up the barrel, it lets the stuff out. And it's the same time when Charlotte and Elizabeth are seeing each other through time, through the dark matter in the future. Holy smokes. And then we got like Catarina and the kids. So Catarina's trying to figure out what to do. Jonas is trying to tell her you can't bring him back because I'm still here. It's all this stuff that Catarina can't get past. And I got to say about her, I'm really enjoying the mother lion role that she's had. I mean, she's proving to be a way much more sincere and honest character than Hannah is. I mean, Hannah I thought was going to be like somebody I was going to feel sorry for because of everything that's kind of happening to her. But in the end, I'm kind of like, shit, all this thing that's happening to her, she just used to her advantage to, be a crazy B-word. Wow, I didn't even swear. Must be early. And that Catarina would end up being like the better, more heroic character, even if she doesn't know what she's doing, and even though she can't just go and get Mikkel, and even though she opened the door and that caused the thing to another person, like all of it's connected. Okay, so at least that's all true. They did piece together this crazy threads. I mean. And I also want to, speaking of that, all the people that have been posting like charts because it's really, I don't have charts here. I have them, like, somebody sent them to me on my phone. And it's insane, like, that you guys, some of you guys put that stuff together. Um, but yeah, all the threads, they all do connect. So I mean, that's at least something. Even if at this point to me it is just fairly, nothing that anybody wants really is going to happen the way that they think. Even like at the end with Martha, she's like, I'm not who you think I am. So I mean, nothing has happened the way anybody's wanted it to, and I for somehow reason thought maybe it would. Maybe that they would have changed something and that Jonas wouldn't exist, but that somehow something else would have caused, because there's with so many people working on their own stuff, it's hard for me to go, okay, well, which one of these people could actually affect, a difference in the time stream or in the events that take place. But really, I mean, if you can't stop them from opening up the barrels, then it doesn't even matter what anybody does, because it's still going to blow everybody up that's not getting saved at the last minute. How long are they supposed to stay in that bunker without food when a freaking power plant blows up and it's nuclear? Wouldn't you have to stay down there for a good long time? Unless somebody time travels into the bunker and then transports them out, but then they'd be in a different time. I don't know about how all that works. The whole birth of the secret society, if you want to call it that. I mean, I don't know. It's a real secret society because I don't think anybody knows about it except for us watching it and the characters playing it. But we see that this is where Jonas takes them back to 1921. So it's like you got Magnus, you got Francesca, you got Bartosz, and I don't know where Agnes comes in. Oh, Agnes is already in 1921. So I don't know how she comes into being a part of the thing. I guess, it's an open club. I don't know. And then Jonas, of course, Noah tries to kill him in the future. So Noah tries to kill Adam. And I'm not even going to call him a tragic character. I'm going to call him like this guy that's he's a big dupe. He's a big dupe that was used. And how he still became a priest in the past. From all the terrible things that he knew that he was a part of when he was a kid and a teenager and a young adult, to becoming a priest who slept with a deaf girl and got her pregnant with a person that'll be from the future. Wow, and how old is Charlotte? Wait. Okay, I might have timeline screwed up. So like, yeah, how old would Charlotte be if, oh no, does she have it in the future? Wow. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, so Noah becomes a priest somehow, believes by Adam, who is Jonas, that this is all some sort of godlike plan. I'm assuming that, there's going to be some sort of, religious kind of reward kind of thing going on. He's doing it based on God. Adam's doing it based that time is God. And he just gets used completely, and it's fine. But it does make his kind of role kind of just be like, whatever. Like, oh, he's just there to be this. He's just another pawn. And so when he gets killed by Agnes, I was just like, I didn't really feel anything but just relief, I guess. But he's still like, who knows when he's going to show up from different time periods, that other missions that he was on that we haven't seen yet, because that's what happens on this show, is people just conveniently pop up. Like when something needs to happen, it's just like, boop, we can always just put somebody in there from whatever time period we need. So I don't know about that, but it's fine. It just always seems like they have like an answer to any kind of question. Like all of a sudden it's always just like, oh, so and so dropped by from 1987 and gave the like letter. There's a lot of letter handing out in this show. But Noah gets shot by Agnes and he dies, and it's just like, okay, good. he can't hurt anybody else anymore. Anyway, like whatever he does, if he shows up in future episodes in different time periods or different realities, so I guess that's a thing. He could be even worse in other realities. Um, and I guess we just need to get to, because I know there's a ton of stuff. I thought we'd get Ulrich and Hannah stuff in here, but I guess there's not really much to say except, Hannah's going to be not a nice person in 1921. So Adam confronts Jonas and Martha. And this is where it's all revealed again that it's all fucking bullshit. And another, like, he just, oh, haha, I fooled you again because you're in love with Martha and you'll do anything to try to change everything. And I use that so that now I got to do the thing that makes you become who you become. And again, I'm like, oh, fucking A. Like, it's all, like I said, I've been saying it for a couple of episodes. That it feels like everything's inevitable. And it is. Everything's eventual, too. And so I'm a little disappointed, but I guess I'm only disappointed because I should have seen it coming. That it, like I said, everything's eventual. So I gave myself hope that it wouldn't all just play out the way it was going to play out. And so again, that's a good way to subvert expectations, is actually just follow through on a straightforward plan and make everybody think you're going to go all these different directions when nope, it's still the same thing. Whether that's satisfying or not, I don't know. That's up to each individual viewer. I, on one hand, felt it was unsatisfying until the very end, and then I was fine. Which is, I was like, oh, he's going to shoot Martha. And Martha is shot, and he says, you can either try to save her, or come after me. You'll know what the right thing to do is. She's already dead, and we already know that if he goes after Adam, it's just more of the same. So I don't even know what the right choice is anymore. So he doesn't go after him. She still dies because, yeah. And then, just when I'm like, fuck this, I was like, you know what, fuck this. Because if I'm just watching inevitability play out, I don't know. But then all of a sudden, like, and this is a crazy right turn that I'm talking about. Like, I don't mind this because then it opens up a whole new can of interesting possibilities. And that's, this is not his Martha. This is a multiverse situation. And I was fucking right. Because I do believe a while ago I said, what happens if a certain thing is done and create a multiverse? Because she says, not where did I come from, but what world? I'm applauding the show for going the multiverse route. I love it because that's what you're supposed to do. Shows like Friends did it, It's like choices that we make branch off, create new universes. If this one sucks, there's always another one where it could have changed. Everything could be different. And that's what we're seeing here. And I'm really glad that Martha gets to come back. And it means that anybody that died can come back and be a whole different way. And that means I'm going to have to remember a whole new set of names probably. Not really. I'm just going to have to remember that there's different versions of the different ages of the different people on the show. So great. Actually, this is going to be even more confusing. But I'm prepared now, I think. And I think as long as I do some, like, make sure that I remember everybody's names in between seasons, that'll help out a lot. So, yeah, they're going to be going to another world just as everything gets blown up. I'm pretty happy with that. And was Peter Gabriel the one singing that song in the end? The whole, my body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love. It sounded like Peter Gabriel. But I don't know. I'm not 100% on that. But isn't he from Germany? I thought he was. And I don't know. That's not really important. But anyway, if I haven't covered everything, I apologize. I could just like look it up here. I mean, we're this far away into the video, right? You know what I'm talking about. So that she comes from a different world. Oh yeah, this thing. Okay, this thing. That's like the freaking apple of Eden. If anybody hasn't played Assassin's Creed before, there's an artifact throughout those games that everybody's always trying to get their hands on called the apple of Eden. That deals with kind of reality kind of bending things. And so I thought, I don't know if this is like an homage to Assassin's Creed, because that deals with going through time into other people's histories. For those that don't understand Assassin's Creed or know what I'm talking about. So it was a really cool thing to see that the time travel device had been compressed into such a small thing that I'm telling you, man, that is the apple of Eden. It's really clever, even if it isn't. That's the first thing it reminded me of. And if it can remind me of something cool, then that's even better. So let's see. Is there anything else I can talk about here that I haven't? So we'll just kind of skim through here real quick because why not, right? Yeah, that whole scene was really cool when they see each other through time. That's pretty badass. Yeah, if Catarina goes back to 87, maybe, you know. Everybody finds everything. Claudia and Regina are in the bunker. Noah's being a little bitch. But it is interesting though that like how I've changed the way I think about it. Like I thought the cops were like kind of the heroes, you know, we're gonna try to save everything, and it turns out they inevitably, they unintentionally, they're not villains, but they unintentionally kind of helped start this whole thing by looking into it. And that Alexander, see, this is what happens when you keep secrets. Is if you don't explain yourself to the right people, the wrong people are going to come and fuck everything up. But the story needed it to go there anyway. So anyway, I feel like I've done a pretty good job, and I hope I've gotten better over the episodes. And I think that by season 3, we should have this all nice and polished up, and I hope everybody has been enjoying these for the most part. I know some people haven't. But like I said, I suggest, you know, anybody that, you know, wants to get their voice out there about this show, do it. Make a video, man. Put it out there. You know, the worst that's going to happen is nobody watches it. You know, but if you know how to work social media, you can find people on here. There's people are desperate to talk about this. And like I said, I can't be the only voice out there for everyone. So find your own voice and put your dark you know, videos out there. I think the show needs it. I think the more people that do this, the more support we can get in this show. Maybe we can get longer seasons or, you know, more seasons and stuff like that. If they have more stories to tell, if a community gets bigger, why not keep making it? So anyway, that's it for season 2. I really liked it. I can't wait to see what's going on. I'm really glad that Martha gets to come back through a multiverse situation that I was right about. All you people that said it wasn't going to happen. It's like the only good, like it's the, I don't mean to gloat, okay? It's not dignified, and I apologize. But anyway, it's all over. I don't know when season 3 will be coming out. They're probably filming it. Like I think a couple of commenters made that clear that they're probably filming it right now. So probably sometime next year. But man, I didn't feel like I binged it, but it's only been a week and we're there and we're done. So if you liked this review, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying the content, please become a subscriber. It would really help me out. We've got a goal, and we're trying to get there. I mean, I've got my live stream capabilities back, but I've got a number in my head. It's kind of a joke, but it would really help us out. Keeps me motivated to keep making videos, keeps me motivated to keep getting better and trying new things. We've got a whole new month coming up that's going to have a whole bunch of new things going on because it's my birthday month, and I'm doing more special stuff for it. Also, we've got The Handmaid's Tale Season 3 going on. We got a contest through The Handmaid's Tale. You can find videos on that. We're still doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6. We've got, gosh, so much going on. I can't even think about it right now because I got other things to do today. Oh yeah, we've got Sam Rockwell month still going, and today we're reviewing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so that's coming as well today. So anyway, this is Robin Smirking Gun Review saying thank you so much for all the support and all the growth that we've gotten through Dark. You guys are amazing. The comments and the community for about 99% of you have been awesome. And I am humbled by how much you guys love this show and how the response to my videos have been. You guys rock. And it makes me want to figure out a dark contest. So I'm going to be doing, like, I've been thinking about doing a dark season 2 live stream, maybe on Sunday. If anybody's interested in that, I'm thinking I'll make an announcement video for that, because I want to do a dark contest. So I want to find something in, on Amazon or something like that that's a dark, like some sort of t-shirt or poster or something like that to give away. So be on the lookout for that coming in the next couple of days, because if anybody wants to talk about it, and it seems like a lot of you do, I want to talk about theories now that we know we're in a multiverse situation, motherfucker. Yeah. So anyway, this is Rabbit Smirking Gun Reviews saying put all that stuff in the comment section. Keep an eye out for that video. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you next season. And have a great day. Bye.